Assalamu alaikum. Amatullah from the KSA, welcome to Ask with us. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Sheikh. Sheikh, actually I live in Saudi and I have done multiple Umrahs, alhamdulillah. But I read a lot of books to gain knowledge about Umrah, but I did not know the fiqh related to the children on Umrah. So I thought it doesn't count for them, or we should make them do it properly. Also, I did not know about the ruling that if a person does 4 laps in Sa'i, then instead of 7, they can give the kafara and their Umrah is complete. I have 2 daughters. One is 13 and another is 8 years old. So many times, means I took them for Umrah with them and I thought it's a learning experience for them. So at the Miqat, I used to make them say the dua for the niyat. But they used to get tired while doing the Umrah. So 4 or 5 laps of Sa'i they used to do and they used to sit. And I thought they've not finished their Umrah. So I didn't used to cut their hair. And recently I came to know about the rulings for the children also. And since then, my mind is not at peace. I think I have ruined the Umrah for my children and I have to give dam for every Umrah. But I don't know how many times I did that. So how many dams I should be giving?
طيب. Doing Umrah for minors the same like adults, except in case that the minor or the youngster or the child is unaware of the routine of the Umrah, so the father, the mother, or an adult will be carrying the child or the baby, performing tawaf on behalf of himself and on behalf of the child as well. One tawaf for both. He will be doing the tawaf. Ask him to say labbaik Allahumma labbaik, put the ihram on, and so on. Grown-up kids, and they are not yet baligh, they will be responsible to do everything on their behalf. It's like the same way that we teach them how to pray, how to fast. They do not necessarily have to reach the age of puberty to observe the prayers correctly. But once you start off the prayer, you must complete it. Once you say labbaik Allahumma umrah, labbaik Allahumma hajjan, you must complete it. And if you say I'm tired, then you're still in ihram until you return back to do it. So if a person made a violation under the age of puberty, he or she or those who are their guardians will be required to give the fidya or the kafara on their behalf. And it is not sufficient to say, unless if you never intended that they are doing Umrah, you just took them with you, they accompanied you. So you're doing tawaf, and instead of leaving them unattended in the hotel room, you said, come with me. But if you started off the Umrah with the manasik of ihram number 1, and you say to the child, say labbaik Allahumma umratan, then they have commenced into the condition of Umrah. And you should complete it. And you should do tahallul upon finishing the Umrah manasik. Likewise with Hajj. Will they be rewarded for that? Yes. And the parents or the guardians will be rewarded for that. Will they be liable for errors if it is done deliberately? Yes. Is it sufficient to do just a couple rounds and say, no problem, you're young, you don't have to complete? No. You must complete the manasik of the Hajj and Umrah. The Almighty Allah said in the Quran, وَأَتِمُّ الْحَجَّ وَالْعُمْرَةَ لِلَّهِ. Complete them. Once you start them, you must complete them off. Barakallahu feekum. Assalamu alaikum. I'd like to bring to the attention of our sister Amatullah from KSA. We differentiate between a minor who doesn't know and a child who's under the age of puberty, but they're mature and they know. So a child 3, 4, 5 years old, they don't know, they're not required to give any fidya. But your daughter who's 13 and 14, if they miss anything, they must complete it. And if they didn't do tahallul, they are still in ihram until they do it. So they have to do cutting the hair in order to be out of the ihram, like adults exactly. Why? Because we call him mumayyiz, a child who knows what is going on, who's offering the prayer properly, who's fasting. When it comes to Hajj, you don't say, you're tired, it is okay to only do 3 rounds and rest. No. And it is okay to say, we'll finish our Umrah, we went for tahallul, but my daughter or my son who's 10 or 11 or 12, no need to do tahallul. No, they are still in ihram. And the fidya will be due in the wealth of the guardian door. That's why we have to alert them as what to do.